Well, I'm a long ways from home today. I'm at Little Girls Point, which is the far western end of the UP, about 5 miles from the Wisconsin border. I hear there's good agates here, so I'm anxious to get down on the beach and see if I can find a few. I don't know what that is, but looks like some sort of sandstone. Pretty. Some really bad erosion here. You can see the clay kind of seeping out onto the beach. And that's making hunting in the water difficult because the water's all kind of murky like this. So I'd like to be right there, but I can't see anything. So I'll just hunt up on the beach a little bit higher and be happy about it. Here's a look at the kind of rocks I'm seeing here. A lot of reddish rocks. I imagine that's rhyolite. That looks like maybe banded iron formation. There's a piece of chert right here. Having trouble staying out of the water, so I can kind of see into the water a little bit when the waves go out. And I saw this. I don't know if it's an agate or not. I guess not. This caught my eye. Got a lot of colors. Ooh, that's nice. It's kind of what I call a mystery rock, I think. I think that's what that is. Find these in the eastern UP. Not sure if that's the same kind or not, but it's got the same colors. When I first got here, the beach didn't look like it had that much variety, but there's actually quite a bit of variety. I think getting in the water helps because they're just a little brighter when they're wet. I think that's chert, but I'm not sure. I think it is. Oh, is that an agate? Yeah, I don't think so. The water's very, very cold. It's May 4th today, and on, I think it was May 1st and 2nd, they got a big snowstorm in Marquette. I spent the night there at my sister's house, and they got 29 inches of snow in those couple of days. Here, I just drove out of the snow just before I got to this beach. That's pretty. I like that. But there was snow most of the way. And they had lost all their snow. This is an unusually late snowstorm and big snowstorm. That makes me feel a little more at home. Piece of unakite. Still no agates, but I haven't been here very long. I think that's amygdaloidal. The little holes are filled in with something, little gas bubbles are filled in with another mineral. I don't know what that little green mineral is though. really wish this water was a little more clear. I'd like to be right out here, and I have been. You just get a little glimpse and then it gets deep and cloudy again. I think I'm going to stick at the water's edge here. A little banded iron formation, I believe. A little sparkle to it. Wrong one. Where'd it go? There it is. Stripey. That's a piece of variolite. Find a pretty nice variety of stuff today. There are a couple of really bright rocks here. I believe they're probably just jasper, but really red. Actually, that one's kind of neat looking too. Some sort of a conglomerate there. Yeah, that's banded iron formation, so the red is jasper. And so is that. Wow, is that red? Can't believe how that stuck out. Maybe the agates will be that bright too. It'll be easy to find. Wouldn't that be nice? Just pulled this out of the water. And I think that might be a pseudomorph agate. I'm looking at this area in here. Like here. Not at all sure, so tell me what you think. Now, I thought I had my first agate for a second. That has a little bit of slight banding right along there. Yeah, right here's the best spot, I think. But I don't think so. At best, it's a maggot. A maybe agate. Getting closer. Look at that one. Pretty sure that's banded iron formation. But look at the bands. They're very close to being agate bands. Look right in there. Hopefully you're seeing that okay. It's a very cool little rock. There is a rock of interest right there. Almost looks like it has an eye right there. Need to get it wet here. A little water in my bucket. I don't know what to say about that one. It's not obviously an agate. It might not be an agate at all. It's definitely an interesting rock though. Going home with me. That one stands out, doesn't it? Where I normally hunt, that wouldn't stand out much at all, but on this beach with all these red rocks, that one really just sticks out there. Beautiful little stream. And check out that hillside. I love all that moss. And it looks like that tree is looking to go for a swim. Let's pick these two up. Beautiful little rocks. Look at the epidote there. I guess that'd be considered unikite, but it's kind of brecciated. That's really cool. Just took a couple more steps from that last piece of epidote or unikite, and here's another one. Big one. Not quite as bright, but it's still a cool looking rock. I haven't seen much unikite on this beach until just recently, and now it's like everywhere. Okay, maybe not everywhere, but I found more of it. That's neat. Lots of banded iron here. It's like alien skin. That's fun. There's a fun one right there. Major change in the beach landscape here. Big rocks along here, and up by that point, about halfway to that point, starts like bedrock coming out. Big huge chunks of rock. So we'll see what's up there. I think my agate picking parts might be gone. The rocks keep getting bigger. This one was bright. I haven't seen that much to film lately, but I am still looking. In between the big rocks, there's some smaller rocks. Oh, that's pretty. This is called cross bedding here. I think that's sandstone. I'm always kind of afraid to show shots like this because I think somebody's going to see an agate and then point it out to me 3 weeks later when the video comes out, and I'll just be sad. That's kind of interesting. I think that's a fossil. First fossil I've seen here. I'm sure that's a fossil. It's kind of like a horn coral. Very weathered though. Hope you're not sick of seeing banded iron. I keep picking it up. I like this one. I like that healed fracture in there, filled in with probably quartz. Nice tight little bands there. That's a good one. Keeper. Then we'll get to take a ride in the Jeep. Still looking for an agate. I think I should have brought Sam along. He's better at finding them than I am. But first I've seen one of these on the beach. There's an Omara luck. See a lot of those in the eastern UP, but that is the first one I've seen on this beach. I kind of think this might be the end of my rock picking. There's a couple small rocks in between. I'm going to try to go a little bit farther and see if there's any more small ones, but it doesn't look like it. Look at the erosion in this bedrock up here. That's really cool. That's a good example of differential weathering. You can see some layers are softer than others. Get out in the sunlight, might be able to see a little bit better. Isn't that cool? More snow. Well, there's a few pebbles up there. It's worth checking out. Probably most people don't walk this far down the beach. Rock's a little different here, more of this bluish stuff. Not sure exactly what that is. I have trouble with the real nondescript rocks. And I'm going to look over this area and I'll let you know if I find anything interesting. I get that in the light for you. That's a porphyritic rock. That means that those crystals in there, those oblong things, those crystals grew slower than the surrounding rock and therefore they got bigger. I believe the main rock there is rhyolite, but that's a guess. I have no idea what the crystals are. Not sure what kind of conglomerate that is, but I've seen a couple pieces of it along here. I suspect that's just quartz, but there is something bright down there. Yeah, not an agate. Might be feldspar even. Yeah, that's feldspar. I'm up here looking underneath these fallen down trees next to the snow. I figure snow is a good sign that nobody's looked here in a while. And I see this rock down here, right there. That might be an agate. It might be a band right there. Yeah, I can't tell. Let's go get it wet. Well, I think that's just quartz now. Darn, keep getting my hopes up. I found lots of pretty rocks today. I'm not disappointed in the day, but I would like to go home with at least one agate. I'm on my way back. A long ways to go. I'm going almost that point down there. So lots of rocks to look at yet. I just crawled underneath that log, and on the way underneath, I picked this up. I think that might be considered Mary Ellen jasper. It's got the swirly kind of look to it. It's really gorgeous. I don't like that big crack through the middle of it, so I'm going to throw this in the tumbler, and that crack looks like it probably goes through the whole rock. But worst comes to worst, I can break it along the crack and just tumble the smaller pieces. But I love that thing. I have seen a couple more Omars along the way. I think that's the third one. I decided this little stream would be a good place for this week's stone stash. So there's the stream, and there's all this wood piled up here. I'm gonna go up here. Alright, so let me give you the lay of the land. Right here, and there's kind of a root ball of a tree here. This one, and I'm just gonna stick it right down there. So if you find that, get a picture of yourself with it and send it to my Instagram account, and I'll post it on my YouTube channel. I stopped here to look at this black and white rock just because it's so different than everything else. But then I noticed this rock, which looks like a euperlite to me. I'm about 50% accuracy rate on picking these up during the daytime, so I've got my light out. Let's check it out. Oh, right there. A little tiny bit right there. See if there's any on the other side. Oh, that's not a very good one, but there's one little speck. Let's see if we can get in there. You see that? Right here. So it's a euperlite, just not a very good one. I've been having such a ball picking up rocks along here, I haven't stopped to film them in a little while. This banded iron is just awesome along here. Such bright colors, really good bands, stripes, whatever you want to call them. It's got some nice colors. These are small, just so beautiful. Here's another piece of variolite. I left the big one behind, but I think I'll take that one. That's a nice tumbler size. Whoa! Oh, that's bad. Okay, they're all right here. It's okay. Did I show you this one yet? I think that might be my favorite. All right, I gotta find my rocks now. Probably sick of looking at banded iron by now, but I'm not. That is so pretty. Here's my latest two finds. Nice little stripy rocks. I'm a long ways from home right now, and this is just the first stop in a 2-week adventure looking for rocks the whole way. Nancy didn't want to come with me because I'm camping a lot of places, and she's not into freezing her butt off, so she stayed home, and I'm going it alone. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, but it's going to be several different states, so you can look forward to something other than Michigan rocks coming up here. So stay tuned for those.